Hey beautiful, I hope you're taking care of yourself. Today you, along with Zani, are diving into a flood of new Wuthering Waves updates. So, without wasting any time, let's jump straight into it. Let's start with Zani and Cartethyia updates because, oh boy, there's some juicy stuff here. First up, Zani. According to recent info, she actually has a second form. Yes, you heard that right. And before you ask, wait, is the second form playable? Well, according to the game files, it's marked under the playable tag. That's right, both of her looks, her base form and her second form, are sitting pretty in the same model folder, both under the playable tag. So, it's safe to say she's not just a background decoration. Now, moving on to her kit. She's expected to be a 5-star Spectro character. What weapon will she use? Well, that's still up in the air. Could be a sword, could be gauntlets. We'll have to wait and see. But what we do know is that her Tayset mark is on her back. And if you're itching to see some images, you already know where to go. Our Discord server. Links in the description. So hop in. Her kit seems to have a strong connection to Phoebe, which means she's most likely going to have some crazy synergy with her. Also, we might see her having some Spectro Frazzle mechanics, or maybe she'll have a way to use those stacks to deal massive damage. She has 2 states, a normal state and a serious state. In her normal state, her basic attacks are a 4-hit combo, but when she switches to her serious state, her attacks hit harder, and her heavy attack does some massive damage. Her resonance skill is where things get really fun. She transforms into her serious state, unlocking a new move, Dead Power Slash. And when Dead Power is fully charged, she can follow up with her normal attacks to deal a ridiculous amount of damage. Well, are you all thinking the same thing as me? Could it be that in her normal state, she's just regular Zani, and then in her serious state, she actually transforms into her second form? That would explain why she has 2 different models instead of just a simple outfit change or visual effect. If that's the case, then her kit might be something really unique. Imagine a transformation-based character where her entire moveset shifts depending on her state. Maybe she deals more damage, has different attack animations, or even unlocks a whole new mechanic in her serious state. If this theory turns out to be true, Zani might end up being one of the most interesting characters in Wuthering Waves. What do you all think? Does this remind you of transformation mechanics in other games? Let me know, because if this is real, we're in for something big. Oh, and if you're wondering when she's dropping, Zani is expected to be released in version 2.3. Now let's talk about Cartethyia. She's bringing some extra flavor to the game because, just like Zani, she also has 2 models, one in her normal form and another in her adult form. Now the big question, are both forms playable? Well, I can't say for sure, but her adult form is definitely listed as playable, and it even has a whole new model. She's expected to be a 5-star arrow character who wields either a sword or a broadblade. And here's where it gets interesting. Her kit is rumored to involve Arrow plus Havoc and Glacio or Arrow. Could we be seeing a dual element mechanic here? It's not confirmed, but it's definitely something worth keeping an eye on. If I get more updates on that, you'll be the first to know. Now, let's move on to something a little more spicy. Skins. Rumors have been spreading all over Tieba about a new upcoming Chun-Li skin, possibly a swimsuit. Now, before you get too excited, let me remind you, this isn't confirmed by any official and non-official sources, so take it with a grain of salt. Next up, new echoes and skills. A new arrow set is on the way, and here's what it does. The 2-piece bonus increases arrow damage by 10%, and the 5-piece bonus increases both the equippers and the team's arrow DMG by 15% for 20 seconds after applying arrow erosion to an enemy. That sounds like a pretty strong support set for arrow-based teams. And let's talk about some echo effects. One echo skill lets you summon an entity to attack the target, dealing arrow DMG in multiple hits. When used as the main echo, it increases arrow damage by 10%, and if Arrow Rover or another specific character equips it, it gets an additional 10% arrow damage boost. Another echo skill deals 273.6% Glacio damage and boosts Glacio damage by 12% and coordinated attack damage by 30%. And then there's third one, which jumps towards enemies and smashes them with a plunging attack, dealing 118% Spectro damage and generating multiple hits up to 4 of Relentless Judgment. Each hit deals 59.4% Spectro damage. Plus, if equipped as the main echo, it boosts Spectro damage by 10% and heavy attack damage by 10%. And now, for an interesting little twist, there's a possibility we might be getting a free 5-star sword in the future. And get this, it looks like it's going to be perfect for Arrow Rover. If this actually happens, that's going to be a pretty generous gift. Imagine a free 5-star weapon. Zani would be jumping with joy. What do you all think? The sword has some solid stats too. 588 attack and 38.9% energy recovery. Plus, when the wearer gets healed, their resonance skill damage increases by 26% for 15 seconds. And if Arrow Rover attacks an enemy with his resonance skill, the enemy's arrow resistance gets shredded by 20.8% for a whopping 30 seconds. Now let's talk about some quality of life updates. An auto-running function is being added, where you just have to hold the forward key for a little while, and your character will keep running without you needing to press any directional keys. Small change, but hey, every little improvement counts. Oh, and version 2.2, it's not going to be a filler patch. Nope, we're getting a brand new area with tons of new locations to explore, so get ready for that. And now, something some of you have been waiting for, Cantarella's wet body effect. Yep, just like Carlotta, Cantarella is also going to have that effect. Some people are definitely going to be very happy about this. Another cool addition is the new title system, where you can earn badges and display them on your profile. You'll probably get these by completing difficult tasks, so flexing your achievements is about to get a whole lot more stylish. And now, let's talk about a brand new game mode. According to Sleep, we're getting something called Babel Tower mode. If you've played Punishing Grey Raven, it works exactly the same way. You choose the difficulty, pick different buffs for the boss and yourself, and deal with environmental effects like specific conditions to damage the boss. The harder you make it, the higher your score. And in PGR, this was mostly used for skill flexing. Wuthering Waves will likely use it the same way. And with the new badge system, it's going to be a fun way to show off. Oh, and we're also getting a new battle arena, but I won't say too much about that because of spoilers. And that's about everything Zani have for now. If more updates drop, you know I'll be back to keep you in the loop. Thanks for sticking around till the end, you absolute legends.